Hey, these are going to be my Extreme Rules predictions. Before we get started, just to let you guys know, a little confession here. I'm terrible at predictions. I'm totally hopeless. I never pick the winner. Don't expect any of these fanciful notions you hear coming out of my mouth to actually appear on your TV screen, because you will be sorely disappointed. Anyway, with that warning in place, let us begin. First match will probably be the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way match between new champion Kofi Kingston, old champion MVP Matt Hardy and William Regal. I think Kofi will retain his title here. I think that makes the most sense. For a start, he's only just won the title. But secondly, and more importantly, the US Championship right now, it hasn't been elevated in the same way the Intercontinental Championship has been elevated recently on SmackDown. US title is firmly a mid-card title. In fact, I'd say it's an anchor to the mid-card right now. If you're wearing that belt, you're on the mid-card. For me, and I know for a lot of others, MVP is destined for the main event. Particularly now Kennedy's gone, I think he'll be pushed rather quickly towards the main event. Anyway, with that said, MVP can definitely not get his belt back tonight, so I presume Kofi Kingston will retain. I think this will be an okay match. I think it'll be quite short and probably a bit sloppy. I always associate Matt Hardy as being a very sloppy and totally uninteresting wrestler. And while Kofi Kingston is by no means uninteresting, I also think he's very hit and miss in the ring. I know a lot of people liked his match with MVP for the US Championship. A lot of people said it was a great match. Personally, I thought it tried to be a great match and failed because Kofi Kingston was very sloppy in the ring. So yeah, I see Kofi Kingston retaining in an okay but a bit sloppy encounter. Speaking of sloppy encounters, that was a genius link, by the way. You're not going to appreciate that till a second, but just wait. The next match will probably be the Miss Wrestlemania match between Santina Marella and Vicky Guerrero in a hog pen match. See, hog pen, sloppy. Yeah, you get it. I think Santina Marella will definitely win this match. Notice when I say words like definitely, that means it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, I think Santina Marella will definitely win because basically Santina/Santino is the most over thing on Raw currently. Also, they love to humiliate Vicky Guerrero. The fans love it. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know really what to expect from this match. I think it's going to be very sloppy, but in a totally different way. I think it's kind of sad, really, that women's wrestling has been represented at this pay-per-view by a man in drag and an overweight middle-aged woman fighting amongst some pigs, but I pick Santina to win. Next match will be the ECW Championship three-way hardcore match between Tommy Dreamer, Jack Swagger, and the champ Christian. I think Tommy Dreamer will retire at Extreme Rules. I think that kind of makes sense because Extreme Rules is the pay-per-view which retains the sort of structure of an ECW pay-per-view, albeit it's lost all the heart from an ECW pay-per-view. And of course they don't really care about ECW in this pay-per-view. I actually think it will be the third match on the card, which shows how much they care. But I think Tommy Dreamer will retire here. My review partner Bobby has suggested he will become the new GM of ECW, and I think that's certainly a very strong possibility. I actually think Christian will pin Swagger here, which will retire Dreamer and mean Christian retains the title. I know that's kind of odd, but I think the way they booked it to this point is that Christian cannot beat Jack Swagger clean. I think he's going to beat Jack Swagger clean in this match, and ironically it's going to retire Tommy Dreamer. But we'll see what happens. That's certainly how I'd book it. I think that's quite interesting booking. Next match will probably be the strap match between Umaga and CM Punk. I think Punk will win this. I didn't really know why I thought, or how I thought he'd win this match. But one of my subscribers, Showstoppin' Legend Killer, he sent me a message suggesting a way which I thought was really inventive and probably the way they'll go with it. So I'll put his case forward. He said that CM Punk will trick Umaga, Umaga will lift him on his shoulders, and Punk will pretend to be unconscious and he'll just tap all four corners first. And I think that's a good way. I hope they go with that. So yeah, I picked Punk to win. I think it'll be a good match. I think they've had 2 good matches so far. I actually think this will be the second best match on the card. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Haven't seen a strap match in a while. Hopefully it'll be good. Next will probably be the Intercontinental title match between Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. I was going to pick Rey Mysterio. I honestly don't know which way to go with this one, but I'm actually going to pick Chris Jericho because I picked a lot of faces to win. Jericho wins, and he does manage to take Rey Mysterio's mask off. That's what I'm going to go with. And Rey Mysterio gets the title back in a mask versus something match at Great American Bash or something like that. I like this feud a lot. I think this feud's been very good. I think it's been clever how Chris Jericho's basically carried this feud on his own, but you haven't realised it. Rey Mysterio delivered a good promo content-wise, not with his delivery. His delivery's terrible, but content-wise about the history of the mask. And I like the emphasis on the mask in this feud. I love the bit where Chris Jericho attacked Rey Mysterio as one of his fans dressed in a mask. I thought that was great. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. I think this feud has great psychology. And I'm going to pick Jericho, although I think that's the one I'm most likely to be wrong on. But we'll see. I probably got them all wrong. Next match, submission match, Big Show, John Cena. This will be dire, in my view. In my view, Big Show and John Cena will both win this match because the crowd will submit after 3 or 4 minutes, because this is going to be dull as fuck. This feud is totally pointless. If you're going to present the Big Show as unbeatable, unstoppable, stop having John Cena beat him really easily. I just don't get how this feud's been booked. I understand now why the match at Judgment Day was so terrible. That whole STF thing, you know, trying to get it on, but the Big Show is too big, etc., etc. I understand that now, but it was crap. This is going to be crap too. I predict Cena wins with the STF, because I'm fairly sure I have seen him put it on Big Show before. I might not have, but either way, it clearly is possible. That's what's going to happen. No one wins from this match. Let's hope this feud's over, or at least let's hope by the next pay-per-view The Miz is more firmly involved in this feud. Speaking of feuds which should be fucking over, cage match between Batista and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. This will be shit. This will be pretty boring. I actually liked their match at Judgment Day. I know a lot of people hated it. I like the whole cowardly heel thing. You know, I watched wrestling during the 90s. I like people trying to get themselves counted out and all that. I thought that was good psychology. I thought it made a lot of sense. This will be terrible. Presumably Batista dominates for a large period of time and Randy Orton sneaks a win by cheating in some way. Who cares? It's going to be crap. This feud has to end. I cannot watch another month of this. This is so ill-befitting of Randy Orton's talents. Put him in a feud with MVP, put him in a feud with Cena, someone with an ounce of charisma, because Batista is hopeless. He is hopeless in the ring, he is hopeless on the mic, and he's going to ruin this match. The whole feud's just been rubbish. They've just kept trying to add interest into it because it's so uninteresting. The last desperate measure being Ric Flair getting punted in the head by Randy Orton, which I don't think anyone even cared about. You know, this feud is dead. It's terrible. But hopefully they try and put something decent on. I don't think it will be. Last match, SmackDown once again gets the main event and pay-per-view. Ladder match, Edge versus Jeff Hardy. This is definitely going to be the match of the night, and I hope will be very, very good, but might just be, you know, pretty good. We'll see. I hope Jeff Hardy takes some kind of crazy chance in this. It's been a while since he's done something totally insane, and I understand he takes more bumps than anyone else, etc., etc., but I would like to see him do something totally crazy in this match. I see Jeff Hardy winning the title here. The way the build up to this has been booked, Edge has looked a lot stronger than usual. Usually Edge looks like a pitiful fool and then wins at the pay-per-view. He's been looked a lot stronger, so I think he will lose. Here, I think it'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. Comfortably match of the night. Of course, I'd rather Edge retain the title, kept it for a bit longer, maybe had a 5-month title reign, but that's probably never going to happen for Edge. And you know, it kind of fits his character to have short title reigns anyway. But Jeff Hardy will win at Extreme Rules, kind of fitting, etc., etc. Anyway, that's my Extreme Rules predictions, so please feel free to tell me yours, and to rate this video, comment on this video, and subscribe if you wish. Okay, bye.